evening. Good evening. Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers. I am one of your hosts, 215, the sports guy, and I got my sister Jen to the right of me. How do you feel about last game, Jen? What was your final thoughts?
that was just a shit show.
In
Plain
what
and
way?
simple. What was the point of that? I mean, you're gonna play Embiid for 30 minutes. You're getting completely blown out. Explain it. Make it make sense. I don't understand.
Do you feel like they came to the game with the intention on playing last night, or was it just okay? We're in the playoffs. We kind of know our seed. We kind of know who we're facing. Let's just wing it.
I don't know if they had any kind of plan. They just looked off. Like none of their shots were hitting, and all of the Heat's shots were hitting. It was just like the perfect storm for the Heat to excel and for us to implode. It was a bad game. There's nothing I can say about it that can do justice of just how much of a shit show it actually was.
Okay, so let's kind of move on from that. We have a game tonight, actually, against the Atlanta Hawks. Team, they're not like the Atlanta Hawks of old that we were having crazy problems with in the past. They're a little different. What do you think we need to do to get this win tonight, or is it I'm a sit everybody game as I'm still waiting on the starting lineup?
Well, I mean, I took a look at Bleacher Report, and it has Tyrese out, PJ Tucker out, James Harden out. I can't see that. Let's see. Oh God, they got Niang in the short starting lineup with McDaniels, Paul Reed, Springer, and
Let's
shit.
ring the bell. Springer is starting the game tonight.
Oh my God,
We
that
got,
is
if y'all didn't hear that, we got Shake, Springer, Paul Reed, Jalen McDaniels, Georges Nang as our starting unit tonight. The Sixers have officially waved the white flag to end the season, and they're getting their bench in the game. And guys who just been on the bench, not getting no tick in the game. So,
well.
Jen,
It ought to be a real easy win for Atlanta. I mean, they're not sitting anybody, so
oh, they're playing their guys, huh?
they're playing their guys. They have a spot to secure. So it'll be
Jesus.
interesting to see the Blue Coats play and a team that's fighting for a playoff spot tonight.
Yeah. Rick just said the
Yep,
same
you're
thing.
right, Rick. They
Yeah.
are.
Yeah. Rick just said the same thing. I'll tell you one thing. We have some guys in this lineup with some things to prove.
This is
You
what Ant says. Good, one game too late, right? I mean, why
exactly.
bother last night if you were going to put on that performance? Like, did they have to meet some kind of metric to get an award? Like, did they have to play so many games?
Most definitely.
Maybe.
This is the blue coat all-star team playing tonight. Uh, but I will say one thing. Shake Milton got something to prove tonight. You know, Georges Niang got something to prove tonight. Jalen McDaniels has got something to prove tonight. Bebo Paul is who I think he is. He's shown us who he is. But Jaden Springer absolutely has something to prove tonight. The kid has been dropping 30 points here and there in the G League. He's had a pretty good year in the G League. They said his jumper is still, you know, a work in progress, but he's definitely there. Joselitos, what up, baby?
Yo, yo, what's up? What's up? What's up?
So
Hey, Jose.
if you
What's
didn't
going
hear
on?
the starting lineup is the G League All Star team tonight. We got Shake Milton, we got Jaden Jaden Springer, we got Paul Reed, we got Jalen McDaniels, and George's name all of the starting lineups. So how
Oh
you feel
wow,
about
we got the well. G League just win the finals.
Did
facts?
they? They're in it, right? They're in it.
I heard they was in it. I didn't know if they won it or not.
I thought I saw something about they won it.
I feel a lot of people are saying it in the comments, but I mean, if you're gonna go G League, why not let McClung have some fun out there? Show us
Yeah,
show us some Show some
See, it's
dunks.
confirmed. It's confirmed. They won. It's
Well,
confirmed.
they won. Well,
Oh,
They won, man.
that's
congratulations to
awesome.
the Blue Coats.
All
Yeah.
Congratulations.
right. That was
Alrighty.
like their third time in
And
the
and if I'm not
playoffs. Nice.
mistaken, Jaden Springer won Finals MVP.
Mm.
Now, if
Mm.
only we knew a guy who would develop young talent, we might be
Imagine
going
that.
places. We don't know
Imagine.
anybody like that, though.
Or even play
I
young
think
talent.
that I think that I think it would be fun to watch McClung. I mean, if I got to sit through this game, I want to at least have some fun watching McClung slam some dunks. You know,
Yeah.
jump over
Yeah.
some
Oh yeah,
guys.
they mentioned him too. They said he was high flying. Yeah, they
Mm.
mentioned him too.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you, and I don't want to speak like this, right? But let's just say the Sixers get to a point where they want to flip it again. They want to flip the roster. They have some impressive young talent that they could, add to the nucleus with and McGlung and, our MVP of the Blue Coats League, Springer. You got some solid young guys that you can start that off with, so we'll see.
Let's give a shout. Let's give a shout out to BG because
He
he's in
won
the
one.
chat. What? Yeah, he
He
want a
won
shout
one.
out. You know what
He
I'm
won
saying?
one.
Man, nobody gave you a hug today, man, and there ain't nobody tell you we love you. We love you.
Man, most definitely. Most definitely. You know what I mean? So
I will
what
go back and watch that, Rick, because you know what? If I'd known it was on, I absolutely would have recorded it and watched it. I didn't even know it was on. So yeah, I think that they're a lot of fun to watch. So I mean, well, on the inside, I'm kind of like, what's the point of this game? The other part of me is kind of excited to see what these young guys can do, and and who knows? We'll see how we go in the playoffs. We could have a new coach that wants to give some young players uh,
so
some run.
speaking of the playoffs, since you brought that up, I'm not even going to the keys to the game tonight because we're just going to move past that. We know it is what it is. Just show up. But what are y'all worries going into these playoffs or lack thereof? What are you thinking about? What are your thought process when you're thinking of these Sixers in the playoffs? Jose?
Um, I think I think that I think they're doing a pretty good job of preparing them for the playoffs. Um, and we good?
No, I'm laughing at Rick, man. Rick's comment up
Uh,
here.
I think they're doing a good job. They know they got the third seed. Um, again, it doesn't matter who we face. I really don't care. It ain't about the team that we have to play. It's about getting out of the second round, regardless of who we play.
Right, right. Uh, Jen, your thoughts going into these playoffs, your worries, what keeps you up at night when you're thinking about the Sixers? Give it to us.
I mean, the Celtics, they are what they are. It is what it is. But I think that I really don't want to play the Heat in the first round. Like, I really don't want to play the Heat in the first round. I think even if we could beat them, I think it would be such a slog and just a really hard game to watch because those guys are kind of. I mean that freaking zone, man. I don't know why we can't figure it out. After all these times, it's not anything different that they've done every single time we play them. So that's what I just want to get this whole thing solidified and know who we're playing because I think we have a much better chance against the Nets.
I hear you.
And I'm
And,
only taking this one playoff at a time because Lord knows whatever's going to happen is going to happen.
Right.
I, I've been wanting to play the Nets for a while in the first round, only because I'm all for, first off, we're not off to a hot ending going into the playoffs. So, I would like to play somebody that will allow us somewhat to work out some kinks that we got going on before we face the next round opponent, who will be a upper echelon Eastern Conference team. And we can't work out no kinks. We'll get blown out. We got things to work out towards the end of this season. Tobias hasn't been Tobias for a little while. Melton hasn't been melting off the bench consistently. Our bench unit as a whole have been obsolete.
But
So,
my question is, what is everybody worried about? What is everybody
I'm
worried
worried.
about?
I'm worried about the
What
Well,
is everybody?
supporting cast.
I think we got some answers here in the chat.
Real quick,
RJ's
though.
more worried about this year than 2 to 5 years. That makes sense. And
Let me
go ahead.
bring in peanut butter and jelly to come save the day, right? Isn't this what
We
we brought?
can't depend on peanut butter and jelly to save the day. We
Well, I
can't
mean, according
120 seconds of fame.
to a lot of people, he's our playoff savior. So, um, there's no excuse this year. Point blank, period. Harden's already been here, not last year where he came half the season, nothing like that. This team has already been together for a whole full season. So they got to go out there and play basketball. Point blank, period.
It's not what I meant to hit.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. They gotta play basketball like Jose said, and Doc has to coach what's in front of him, what's going on in front of him, minute to minute, play to play, and not just roll out his list of plays that he wants to run for the game and just don't change from that. You gotta adjust to what's going on in front of you, uh, or you'll get ate up in the playoffs by some pretty good coaches. Spoelstra is showing you in the past he will outclass you. Gotta step it up in the playoffs. That's players and coach, whole organization.
All right. I think with the Celtics, as opposed to the Bucks with their very seasoned coach, they got a new coach. He hasn't been playoff tested. I mean, I know his team is strong, so
Yeah,
maybe you don't need to worry about it as much, but coaching can be a factor. And at least that's a factor that's not entirely strong for them. So I got to look at what they're dealing with as a whole.
true indeed.
But
True
I
indeed.
did notice a lot. Berg brought it up in the comments that ball has been sticking to Joel's hand like glue.
As of
My
late,
man is not passing the ball.
as of late, and it's something I've been noticing as well. And when he does pass the ball, you know, guys are knocking down shots. So it's kind of like that's what I mean. We got things to work out. We have things to work out. And
Brian wants you to know he is here.
no, because I just texted him that the over unders are coming up, and he said I'm here. So
Oh,
he's going to do them live here.
oh, I see.
So yeah, that's what's going on. More about the ball sticking. There wasn't really a thing early on in the season, Jen. It wasn't sticking out like a sore thumb. But what I've noticed is with the regression of Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey in and out of lineups, you know, Embiid is starting to rely on himself more. You know, uh, can you blame him?
No, I can't because you throw the ball to Niang and he's completely unreliable.
Right.
I didn't think he was going to get played last night. I was like, okay, so they got this whole lineup out there, and then no Niang. I mean, he did get brought in eventually, and whatever, but
What else?
I don't know. I don't know what's happening with him. I'm not sold on what's going on with Niang right now. But I think everybody except for like Joel was just
Out of sorts, right?
yeah. What was that about?
I don't
That's what
know,
I
Jen.
did. Were they just like that's this game doesn't matter.
That's what I feel like. I
Let's
said it in
get
post game.
completely embarrassed by the Heat
Well,
again.
well, we called it. I mean, if you go back to a lot of episodes, a few episodes behind, maybe I don't know how many, maybe six episodes ago, we said it when we were counting down these 6 games. There's gonna be a scheduled loss in there somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but you can
Definitely
have a
that.
scheduled loss and not be embarrassed. I mean, that was just a joke. You lose by 30 to the
Well,
freaking
you
Heat.
got you gotta understand that Sixers solidified their spot. The Heat's trying to get a spot.
They hungry.
They just didn't
They
play
hungry.
a lick of perimeter defense. How is it that this team the Heat, that used to be a really good 3-point team, but now they're in the basement when it comes to 3-point shooting. Made every damn shot that they took last night. At least that's what it seemed like.
I'll tell you one thing. Jimmy Butler has been averaging 30 points a game for about a month now. Is getting close to the playoffs. And one thing about Jimmy is, hungry dogs eat. And not only does he want to get to the playoffs, he definitely wants to beat the team that chose Tobias over him. You know, that's definitely a thought in his mind. So, you know,
I gotta
not
agree
coming.
with Tracy on last night's game because I was watching the game as I was working, and I kind of got the same vibe. I feel like in the beginning they were trying to play, and then when it got out of hand, they was like, whatever.
Yeah,
Jamar, it wasn't like I was looking for them to prove something. What I wanted was for them to beat the Heat to secure the Nets in the 6th spot. That's it.
because the Nets got to win one more game. If the Nets lose out, they're gonna lose that spot.
So
And
we just have to blow that game on Sunday or whenever it is.
so we're at the time of the show for you Bet MGM people, you FanDuel people who like to put a couple dollars down on your thoughts and your stats, and we call it BG's over under. BG, you're on. If y'all don't know, he's in the comments. He's going to put the over and unders up, and we'll go through it time and time again. Jaden Springer, 1.5 steals per game. We're talking about the MVP here. We're talking about the MVP. Jaden Springer, 1.5 steals.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Under. I'm
I'll
going
take the
under.
over. I'll take the over. He's
I,
starting. The
I I'm
kids
gonna
will
go
get
ahead.
minutes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say over. Didn't they just win something? According, it's big in their mindset what they won over there. Maybe that momentum will carry them to get over 2 steals.
They're playing an NBA team though that wants to win a spot. Jaden Springer. Well, we'll see. I hope you're right.
Okay. Who's elite those? You
Everybody in the comments looks like they agree with you,
I'm
fellas.
I'm gonna take the over.
okay? So next over and over. George's name. 2.5 threes. 2.5 threes. I feel like he's starting. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of touches. I'm gonna stop talking through it because I'm gonna let y'all get my answer. I'm taking the over.
Listen, people like if you talking about the G League is playing tonight, Jordan Yang probably gonna be the superstar tonight. Then
That means
you know what I'm
his shots
saying?
gotta land. Have you been seeing his shots, man? It looks a mess.
All the people that hate hearing Kate say bang bang yang better get ready.
I
I'm
thought
taking the
that
over.
last night. I thought he was gonna have a good game last night. Didn't happen. How many did he end up with last night?
I think it
All
was
we wanted was
2.
10 points. He got 2.
Jesus.
What up, Sabri?
Sabri, what up, dude?
I am again going with the under. I have no
Okay.
trust in Yang. He's lost my trust.
That's crazy. When a woman's fed up,
She fell up.
eat, sleep,
See what
sixes,
you did
stop.
there? I'll see what you did there.
Okay. Okay. So we're waiting for the last over and under from BG, but y'all have heard it here first. George Nang, 2.3, 3-point shots, and Jaden Springer, 2.5. What was it, 1.5 or 2.5?
1.5 steals.
Okay, so the last one we have Shake Milton, 24.5 points. 24.5. I seen that look you made, Jen, but I think he's going off of Shake's going to play about 38 minutes tonight, 35 minutes tonight. He's going to get a hell of a
I
lot of
can't
shots.
even believe this. This is nuts.
Blasphemy. But
This
even
game's
though it
a
is,
mess.
because I'm coming in for a landing here on this over and under plane that we're on, I'm gonna take the under. I just don't think he's been shooting that well.
I think he's gonna have a good game, but I don't think he's gonna overcome that. So I'm gonna take the under too.
I'm with you on that too. All unders.
Okay. So that was our third over and under, unless BG's giving us another one. We're gonna roll right into our last segment of the show, which is our bold predictions. You like that, Jen? I see you look up.
Yeah, I did. But can you run through who the starters were for me one more time? Niang, Paul
Niang,
Reed.
Paul Reed, Milton, Springer, and McDaniels are all starting.
Does that not
Mhm.
make you laugh?
That's the craziest lineup
Oh,
ever.
what?
That's the craziest lineup ever.
I'm surprised Korkmaz ain't in there.
Jesus. Listen, he hates Court Miles that much that he'll bring
Yeah,
a
he
kid
won't
up
even
from the
start
G League.
Trez.
He'll bring a kid up from a G League and start him over Court Miles.
I bet you,
Doc,
and I bet you Deadman will get the minutes over Trez.
yo, when Doc
Yeah,
Petty is
hey, I
on,
like Rick's bold prediction.
okay.
I like that
So
one.
you saying you taking that? Paul Reed, 30?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
I'm going
Yes,
Cork
BG, I did. I took the notes.
Cork Miles.
Yeah.
20 points tonight. 20 points for Cork Miles. He wants to play.
Niang, Paul Reed, Milton, Springer, and who was the fourth one?
McDaniels.
McDaniels. All right. All right. What did you say for yours?
Oh, I said Cork
Me?
Miles. 20 points.
20 points for Korkmaz. What do you got, Jose?
I went with Rick's 30 for B-ball Paul.
30 points for B-ball Paul. That is bold.
Mm-hmm.
That is bold.
Most definitely.
These clowns are going to score 120 points.
I'll tell you one thing tonight, not for nothing. With B-Ball Paul and McDaniels and Jaden Springer in the starting lineup, I don't think they're going to play Olay defense. I don't think they're going to let guys just run to the rack. These guys are, defensive minded guys. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if they get them a game tonight. I ain't watching it. Probably watch a little bit of it, but don't be surprised if they give them a game tonight. Love my boys to death, but Jesus, don't be surprised if they give them a hell of a game tonight. So you've heard our over and unders. You heard our bolds. What you haven't heard is Mr. Joselitos do what he does best.
We
at
still
the
got
end
some
of the
time,
show.
man. We still got some
Yeah,
time, man.
yeah.
Before that come on, we still got some time. We got a couple minutes left.
So
what would you like to talk about, Jose?
We're gonna talk about Sunday's pregame podcast. How about that? Let's talk about that.
Sunday's pregame podcast.
Yeah. Is everybody gonna be available for Sunday's pregame podcast? It's a 1 o'clock game.
It's a 1 o'clock game.
It's a 1 o'clock game.
Huh.
I will be
Last
on
game of the season is a
mobile.
1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
I will be on from work.
I would like for everybody to be available because I got a special guest coming on.
Oh,
awesome.
who's that?
I am not going to say his name, but he knows basketball. It's a him. He knows basketball. All right. And me and him talk a lot about basketball. And he's excited to come on the show. I'm just going to put it like that. So,
That's what's up.
It's not celebrity. It's not celebrity. It's just a normal human being.
You done took the word. You done took the the mystique out of it.
No, it's not celebrity. I'm sorry. I don't want you guys to get your hopes all high. But I am going to announce it tomorrow. I'm gonna throw a banner up there. I'm gonna show it up. So you know, I set up my room. He's gonna be live with me in my room.
Okay.
Since
Oh,
I got
Okay.
since I got 2 microphones now in the setup over there at home, he's gonna be
Okay.
with me at home. 2 microphones. I'm gonna have
Okay.
guests sitting right next to me, shoulder to shoulder, and we're gonna talk Sixers basketball. We're gonna talk playoffs.
cool.
Okay. So, before Jose was about to say that, I was about to plead with y'all one last time. It's, it's the end of the season, man. We've been telling y'all for about a month or so. We need 3 locations. We need a sign. Eat.sleep.sixers. You go to the Rocky statue. You go to Love Park. And you go in front of the Wells Fargo Center. It just has to be visible within the camera lens. Hold up the sign at these locations, and you'll be entered in the drawing for 2 playoff tickets for the Philadelphia 76ers. I believe it's the second game in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. It's the second game in the first round. 2 tickets. That's all we need y'all to do. Period. Let's get it done. I'll repeat it again on post game, but I told y'all before, I ain't gonna tell y'all again. Y'all don't come get these tickets. One of us 3 will be up in that place.
No, yo, listen. I haven't. Nobody has messaged me.
Hey, check the
Pictures or
email though.
nothing. Yeah. Nobody has messaged me, so I'm assuming people don't like free. People don't like
Okay,
free.
it's
People don't
okay.
I
like
like
free. I'm
free.
assuming
If
I
it's
like
people don't like
free,
free.
it's for me.
So
Yeah,
somebody gonna go to the game. Hey man, Carl, you wanna go to the game?
yeah, we could go to the game. Me, you, or
You know
Jen,
what I'm
either
saying?
or. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
somebody gonna go to the game. But
It
anyway,
ain't going to waste.
to be honest with you, I'll make that happen.
Yeah,
To those 3 spots in less than 2 hours.
right,
Best believe
right,
that. You understand
right,
what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm just saying, I don't, we trying to let you guys out there benefit from this, hospitality that Mr. Rick Schaefer has, generosity and all that he be blessing us with. But again, it's time.
Hold up, hold up. Tracy is saying she sent it to our email. She said this for a few games now. We got to check the email and check her out. Tracy, we will be on that tonight. We will be on that tonight, guarantee. Matter of fact, post game, tune in. We'll have some words for you once we check and get some confirmation about that. You know. So
But anyway, look on top, up there, above Jen, above Carl. We got all those icons up there. We got Spotify, Podcast, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, B-ball Paul's gonna ball out tonight.
40 points.
If you ain't understand what I said in English, I'm finna tell you in Spanish. No te olvides. I'll decirle a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. Que le diga a un amigo. Y'all better tune in for Sunday's pregame podcast. It's gonna be special. And we're gonna do a lot more of it. So whoever wants to join me at my home to be shoulder to shoulder to talk Sixers basketball, you're more than welcome. The door is open for anybody. Right next to Jose. Sixers podcast. Just holler at me. We're gonna make it happen. Let's go,
Most
Sixers.
definitely.
Let's go.